That was like the perfect yes.
It was
It
fantastic.
didn't peek out, but it was still very, very manly.
It was very manly. I felt it. It came from my loins, that one. Summoned it from my loins.
I've traveled miles to plant my seed.
That is correct. By the way, Garrett, I was going to ask you if you could make me
get naked and start the revolution.
Some version of it. I need a 4x3 thing. There's some options out there, but so if I stream those old school games, they're all in 4x3, right?
Oh, you need like a 4. Okay, you need something on the side, like covered in black bars.
Yeah, so that because right now, like it oddly goes into the screen, and then I try to like put random shit in, but I'm not good at that. I'm not good at art.
So you need sidebars with a 4x3 opening in the
like
center.
where there's like a spot for my face, and then maybe it says like angry chicken or something, and then whatever.
I think he needs an overlay.
Well, an overlay.
Just call it an overlay, and you need a 4x3 opening.
But the thing, there needs to be a 4x3 opening in there.
I know what you need.
It looks super awkward right now, and I want to do it, but I'm like, this looks terrible.
I can slap something together really fast for you. It won't look great, but I'm sure it's better than just cobbling stuff together.
Well, take stuff you already have and just make a box that's 4x3, and that'll be fine for me.
That's what I'll do. Yeah, because
and you still owe me confetti and Noyatron.
I was about to say, like Jocelyn can tell you, I've owed her work for a while now, and it just hasn't gotten done because I'm really backed up at the moment. But I'll get you something. I'll slap something together.
No rush on this at all. But yeah, Skande, just use penguins. I was trying to block my I got a Mumble server now. So because like when I'm playing like Heroes with people and stuff, I have to remember what their stupid Skype name is every single time and like call them on Skype, and I was just like, you know what? No, you remember my Mumble info and you just log in when we play, right? So then I was like putting the Mumble info into chat, and I was like, wait, I'm streaming this out to people. I was like, I need to cover this. So I just grabbed like a picture that was on my computer, and it was just penguins, a picture of penguins.
That's a good thing it wasn't the other pictures on your computer. I mean, that would have been really embarrassing.
Yeah, those private pictures.
All those Snapchats between Garrett and Dills.
There's a random picture that was in like my Windows
one of the sample
pictures. Yeah. I was like, I don't have anything on this computer. I just changed the hard drive. I'm bad at streaming is what I'm trying to say. I'm like bad at the other stuff. I'm good at the streaming part, the audio part, all that.
You're good at the talking.
I'm bad at making the video look decent. I'm just like, I don't have that skill.
I'll put some together for you, dude. All the Snapchat dick pics. Gotta love them. I'm gonna hide a wiener somewhere in
That's what you
overlay.
should do. I was gonna say you should put a little Easter egg in there.
A little wiener just somewhere.
Like that thing where they made the President Clinton official painting. Do you hear about that? His like portrait.
No.
And they put the blue dress in it.
Oh, did they?
Yeah.
Oh, that's just wonderful.
Yeah. Someone with a sense of humor.
So great.
Like making the prince in a Disney character or a Disney movie have a boner.
And if dick jokes wasn't a dead giveaway, folks, welcome to the after show. Welcome.
Da, 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 da. Dick jokes.
This is where dick jokes are allowed again.
Yep, yeah, exactly.
Oh, I gotta get them all out of my system.
Oh my God,
holding so many back.
Oh, you're roboting so bad, so it's making your exhalation sound even worse.
I'm sorry.
It sounds like a worse Slipknot song.
I really hope that something better than Skype comes out soon because Skype sucks.
Skype is it's the worst.
Awful.
It is the worst, most essential thing of my life.
I wish there was, like, we could do like TeamSpeak and then send video some other way or something. Because like all those other services are so much better when it comes to voice.
I mean, honestly, it's been pretty damn good lately. Tonight was the first night in a long time we've had an issue, but
yeah. I was having issues with my internet yesterday, but that's not the internet issue today because I checked it and it's fine. So it's just Skype. I'm getting 18 up, so there's no way I should be roboting with 18 up.
Yeah, it's something on Skype's end.
Yeah.
When I lived in Los Angeles, I had this problem where only if I talk to my buddy Ben did I have any like issues. It's just like, and he confirmed. He's like, no, it's only when I talk to you. I just talked to my mom in Australia, and it's fine. I don't know what the hell's going on. And then I moved apartments, and then it was fine. I'm like, I don't understand.
Yeah, technology,
how
man.
this is a thing, but
so the next project to make my stream better, by the way, is I'm going to move my whole room around, and I might start doing green screen, you guys.
Ooh.
Whoa.
We might go chroma
Whoa.
key. We might chroma key the shit out of this piece. And maybe lighting. We might do some lighting. I don't know.
I really
That's
want
just crazy talk.
Anything could happen.
Yeah,
Anything
I want to
could
get some lighting in here. I'm going to take the damn the fronts out of the frames behind me so it doesn't glare as much, and I want a new camera. But
yeah, my camera's pretty shit too. I could
Yeah.
use a new one.
I want to get whatever the hell Tom Merritt uses, but I'm pretty sure it's like $700.
He has nice everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, now
He's
I
spared no expense.
Yeah. No, his setup's sweet. Nice new camera. That'd be nice. It'd also be great if it could like double as like a camera I could take with me whenever we go to like BlizzCon and stuff for interviews and shit. So I'm not just running around with an iPhone. That would be
Put like a cool directional mic on it and stuff, and you don't have to have like a mic right in front of you and still be cool and stuff. You know.
Yeah. That's what I was thinking. Finding a decent camera that would work as a webcam and also as my like travel camera.
Mouse divided. That's a good idea. I should use orange screen and just have part of my head is just gone.
You could shop in like Quato from the original Total Recall. You could just be like,
yeah, there you go.
Mind. You could stand up and you could paint your stomach orange. You can make it look like you actually had Quato and stuck in your stomach like the Mars mutants.
If I get green screen, I make this promise to everybody that I will do a stream where I wear like a green shirt and I'm just a floating
So you're
head.
just your head.
Yeah. And I'll just be a floating head playing video games.
That'd be
You can
amazing.
all look forward to
What would
that.
even be better? I'll make you a little frame that looks like Zombie's box from Pee-wee's Playhouse, and you can wear like a genie hat.
Mecha like a high, mecha hiney ho.
Exactly. You can have a word of the day. You can change your stream name to Zombie Plays. It'll be the best thing ever. And then I'll call in and I'll be wearing a Pee Wee Herman suit. It'll be the best thing ever.
I'm down, dude.
And then we'll get
that. You know, when I was a kid, so I grew up. I didn't know my dad when I was growing up, right? And I distinctly remember when I was like maybe 4 or 5 years old. I loved Pee Wee Herman so much, and I asked my mom if Pee Wee Herman could be my dad.
And then she said, "Well, honey,"
He's like, "Well, yeah, that's hard. I'd have to meet him, and they would have to get along." And
and then on top of that, he did just have a bit of a snafu in a theater in Florida.
yeah, but she's liberal. She doesn't care about that. She's cool with that.
I'm not
But
sure,
yeah, I'm
I'm not sure
that.
being
I
liberal
love
means
Pee Wee
you're
Herman.
okay with public masturbation. I'm just going to put that out there.
It's actually a good point. It's probably a lot of never mind. It has nothing to do with that.
I don't know. I mean,
It has something to do with accepting that other people do that. Though, I think.
even that's like drawing the line. You know, I went to art school. I can lean in socially liberal directions.
She's socially liberal.
I'm not sure I'm going to walk past someone doing that and just be like, "You go, sir. You go."
No, but if I walked by somebody doing that, I would be like, "Yeah, whatever. Do you, man? It's fine. You know, it's not gonna
Literally,
look.
do you? It's all good.
Do
Yeah,
you?
it's not gonna look, man. I don't care.
Jesus God.
It doesn't bother me.
Oh, that is the worst.
Or the best.
I mean liberal in the actual sense of liberal, which is like you should have liberty to do stuff. I'm not talking about left wing or right wing.
Got. Yeah, easy going. Laid
Yeah,
back.
everybody out there just settle down.
Laid back. Who was the last guy that got caught doing that? It was recent. Another actor. I like comedic actor. The hell is his name? It was a few years.
Somebody else got caught doing that?
It was like 2 or 3 years ago.
Oh.
Oh my God, I can't remember his name. I'm trying to remember what he's actually in. He's just one of those dudes that's in like everything.
Let's. I'm just gonna guess. Matthew McConaughey.
No, it was not Matthew McConaughey.
No?
He was high playing bongos naked. That's why you're thinking of Matthew McConaughey. He was just too busy being too cool of a dude. It's like, oh, what did Matthew McConaughey get arrested for? Well, he was naked, high, and playing bongos in his house.
Since before they paid me to do it.
And I'm gonna run my two fingers together like I'm rolling up a booger. Time is a flat circle.
Yeah, Garrett, you just missed the perfect "so hot" drop. By the way, chat room just called you out on that.
I'm sorry.
So hot.
I
gotta have your finger on that button at all
Yeah,
times.
it needs to be more accessible.
I dropped my Hearthstone coin, so I've been trying to locate it, and that's why I missed the so hot drop. I found it.
George Michael wasn't trying to masturbate. He was trying to actually have sex with another person. That was different.
Yeah, that was that was something entirely different.
Also, something I don't care. If you want to do that, it's fine. It's all you, man.
As long as it's consensual, I don't give a crap. This
So chat room,
after
do you
show
guys have
guy.
any questions?
Welcome to. We should it should be like we need a tagline like "Tack After Show, get weird," like something
Yeah.
like it's just.
Attack After Dark.
Yeah, it's exactly
all right,
what it is.
all right. Let's get weird.
I think the next like milestone for the show should just be like the drunk show, the drunk cast. Just once a month, we get real dumb.
Yeah. I mean, if we do the Patreon call-ins, we should always be having some cocktails for those. I got to do
Makes
them
sense.
from game night now because actually I might not have to that week because we're doing it next week, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, because there's not a Hearthstone tournament that night, but I'm trying to go to those every single week now because I'm trying to put together more stuff with those guys and build the local Hearthstone scene with them.
Ah,
We're getting there. More people are just showing up just to play Hearthstone now, which is awesome.
that's awesome. I
Last week,
wish I lived
Jury showed
closer.
up.
What?
Yeah.
I wish I lived closer, man. Like I've been playing Smash Brothers, and I'm just like, oh, I wish I had a place to go and play games.
It's the best thing
Smash
ever,
Brothers
dude.
is such a sad game to play alone. Like I'm just sitting here, just like, oh.
Well, if you go to game night, there's a whole bunch of people playing it, and they seem to be very animated about it.
It's a amazing game.
I don't play it, so I don't know. I don't know what the hell's going on.
If we ever have an extended time hanging out together, I will definitely teach you how to play Smash Brothers.
I'm down. Does it still have like the items and shit? Or is
Yeah,
that just
yeah,
the original
yeah.
one?
Now, if you
Okay.
play like tournament setting, it's turned off. But yeah, no, it absolutely still has items.
Okay, that's cool. Yeah, so Jury and Ashley were there last week. It was awesome. I think Ashley's coming tomorrow. So Sparky, tomorrow there's a tournament, and if you won't meet Jury, but you meet Ashley, she's awesome. She'll be there.
She's
So
great.
she's bringing some friends. Also, it's St. Patrick's Day, so they have
shite.
Guinness on tap.
Yeah, you're right. Is that? I thought that was this Tuesday. It's next Tuesday.
St. Patrick's Day?
Yeah.
It's tomorrow.
Oh, okay. That's what I thought.
Technically, it's now.
Oh, technically
well,
it
for you,
is.
'cause
Yeah.
you're in the future, but
Well, it is for me as well. Yeah.
no, that's true. Yeah,
I don't have any green on.
I got 3 hours
Shite.
until I start cracking the Guinness.
Oh, I don't have any green on either. Uh-oh.
Pinch yourself, cause lame reasons.
Ow. Dislike.
Not hot.
Delightful.
Not hot.
Jocelyn, were you collecting any questions from the chat room? Did we get any?
No, not yet.
Patron night next Tuesday. That's a question. Yes.
Yes. And that's the answer.
We didn't even announce that, did we, on the show?
Yeah, we did.
Oh, we did. Okay, cool.
I mentioned it when the patron mentioned at the end. Mouse Divided wants to know how you would fix Dr. Boom. Real question, guys.
I like the idea that the boom bots could hit your own shit. I kind of like that because
That
then there's a
would be
drawback
interesting.
to it.
Yeah.
You know?
Well,
And
that's the
it's
thing,
not
because it doesn't have a drawback right now.
No, there's no fucking drawback. The card is all good all the time. There's not even like a turn where you're like, should I play Dr. Boom? It's always like, yeah, of course I slam Dr.
Why
Boom.
wouldn't I?
There's other cards where you kind of have, you have to decide if this is the best time to play them. Not that card.
I don't necessarily think the card should have a drawback, though. Not every card needs a drawback.
True.
It doesn't need one, but I think if it had that, I think then it would suddenly just be. I just don't like a card that's like always put this in. And Lotheb is kind of there too, to me.
Yeah.
But Lotheb
Although-
also has to be played on the right turn to really be effective, right?
Right. That is true. But I mean, even thing with Loatheb too, though, is even if you have a shit hand, it's not a bad 5-drop. It's 5/5 for 5. It's just like, well, it's not the best turn to play it, but at least I'm not completely falling behind.
Yeah.
So it's close. It's damn close.
But see, like a card like Mad Bomber or Matter Bomber is fine, and it hits your own shit sometimes.
Yeah, and it's not played seriously.
But sure, I mean, but I think that Doctor Boom has just gotten to a place where it's just far and away the best legendary, and that's why I think it kind of sucks. I don't want any card to be like that, I want them all to kind of be good in certain situations, but not just always good in every deck or whatever,
Yeah.
I don't like cards like that.
Yeah, I guess I don't know. I just kind of stand by what I said. Like I want more cards that are as unabashedly good as Dr. Boom, rather than taking away.
Okay, so that's another way to change.
I think
Dr. Boom, is add more cards that are that good.
That's the thing. Like I think
Yeah.
we should use him as like a baseline. Like, okay, cool. Now this is in here. Let's get a few more cards in here that are up to that standard.
I'm fully behind that plan too. I just think right now you have this one card that's power level is so far and away above everything else. That's with a card pool this small, like Magic has shit tons of cards that have insane power levels, right? So
yeah,
having one card that has that power level is a problem.
Yeah. Oh, this is what I was going to check. The Coverthon.
All right, Chadpool.
Probably they won't even let you have.
Damn it! There she is.
She's right there, right away. Holy
Right away.
shit!
Are you sure you didn't leave? I could have sworn there was a stint where it was just me and Dills,
Wow.
and we're talking about Green Day for 30 minutes.
She may have checked out of the conversation for certain portions.
I was
but
probably
she was
talking to the chat
definitely
room.
there.
I must be getting confused with a Ben Brode interview or something.
She was definitely there. Oh yeah, there was.
I feel like the
she
biggest
wasn't
dick in
there
the world.
The first time you had been on, I wasn't here.
And you weren't there for one of our other interviews, right?
Brian Kibler.
Kibler.
That's what it was. Okay.
Oh, actually, I missed a Moz too. I think
You missed the
Frodan might
Moz?
have been the first.
You were there for Frodan, yeah.
Yeah, Frodan might have been the first streamer.
See, the people fucking tweeted me like I miss all the shows. Come on, guys. Tweet at Jocelyn, too.
Those are literally the 3 that I've missed.
I
And
haven't
they've
missed
always
that many.
been just really poorly timed interviews for me. That's all.
I just, I'm just saying. I get tweets about how I miss all these shows. I don't fucking miss that many shows. I miss lots of instances because that show's hard to get to.
I think people compound it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
And
then
they're just
assume
Dills,
it's all
he's the
shows.
Warcraft guy. So
Yeah.
for Hearthstone and
He's
World of
never
Warcraft.
there.
And
Yeah.
then they compound you missing on the show and that show, and then
Okay, Midnight Bomber says, "What's the weirdest thing that's happened to you in the past 5 to 10 years?"
the fast. Oh, jeez. That's a
Yeah,
loaded
they're really
question.
dig for this one, you guys.
Yeah, I don't even know.
Accidentally going to an incredibly raunchy gay bar.
Accidentally. Yeah. That's what I
Air
always
quotes.
say.
Air quotes.
I've actually purposely gone to plenty of raunchy gay bars. I used to live in the Castro.
I'm about to say,
Hang out
in
with
San
friends.
Francisco, isn't that just called a bar?
Yeah.
Like,
We don't have gay bars. We just have bars here.
it's like I go to Key West every summer, and it's just whatever. It's all right, cool. But no, it was when I was living in LA, and I was hanging out
West
with my
Hollywood?
I think it was in West Hollywood. Yeah, it was called Club Inferno. Nice club.
I'm sure it was.
And man, the raunchiest stuff I've ever seen, and nothing but dudes.
I used to
Nothing
be
but
on a pool
dudes.
team that played out of a bar called The Stud, which is here in San Francisco.
Okay.
And everybody on my pool team was gay except for me. And I hung out every single Tuesday at a gay bar because I was on that pool team. I loved all the dudes on that team, though, man. Holy crap, that was a fun team to be on. Those guys were amazing.
Well, that's the thing. I didn't know what I was getting into. My friend's neighbors in his apartment were both male models, and they're like, "Hey guys, you want to go out to a bar?" And we're like, "Hell yeah!" So we piled in the car, and all right, and I didn't even see the name of the club. We're waiting in line. We play the cover, and it's a really long line. It's a bunch of guys, but there's some girls, and then we're getting in, and we're going down this hallway, and there's just poster after poster, and I'm just like, dude in a G-string.
These are all dicks.
Dude in a G-string. Dude in a G-string. Huh. And I
What's with all the dicks?
and I look
Where's
at
them boobs?
and the friend I went with was from Kansas and is still to this day probably one of my more buttoned up friends. He's a very traditional dude. And yeah, and I could just see the look on his face, just like, "Oh no, what have I done?" Like, and I don't really care. This wasn't the first gay bar I ever went to, but this one, they called it a bar. This thing was a freaking male strip club. This was ridiculous, and I just walked in and was like, "Oh my god, where's the bar?" And I walk over and I'm like, "Ah, their beer is terrible. Nothing but bad beer. This is just a wasted night." So that was fun. And I didn't
order a beer there, dude. You order an appletini, which we all know you like.
Oh, I do.
I don't know what you were doing.
But that
What's the
particular
problem?
night, I wanted a beer. Also, I was living in LA, so I had no money, so I couldn't afford anything with liquor in it. Come on, you know what drink prices are in Los Angeles? Oh,
I don't know what okay. Well, I had a really weird experience the other night where I went out Thursday. I went out with my mom for her birthday, and we went to this thing called Piano Fight. And Piano Fight is a thing where they do, it's a bar in the Tenderloin, and they do this thing called, what do they call it, like limited run or something like that, and it's 6 mini plays, and then you vote on which one you think is the best one.
huh?
And but since they're like mini plays, they're all super bizarre, and they kind of come in and weird shit happens, and then they're done. So there was one where it was about an adopted daughter, and they were going to kill her because the mother finally got pregnant, and they were like, well, now we don't have to have you anymore because we actually got pregnant, and so now we're just going to kill you because we don't need you anymore. And that was the play. And yeah, it was super weird. And there's another one where it was like 2 like kind of court jestery clownish type characters in all American flag apparel who were doing these really on the nose references about how America is becoming gentrified and all this shit, you know, and it wasn't actually very good, but because it was just like 2 on the nose. It was, you know, it was like, yeah, I'm gonna go to yoga and all that. It was just
Want to buy subtlety like that.
Yeah, I was like, okay, you're not saying anything we all don't know. Like, you're not being really cool and hip and whatever. You're just kind of saying shit we all know. But the whole thing was really interesting. And there was a couple really good ones, but it was a cool thing. I kept expecting them to do audience participation, and I was sitting right in the front. And I don't know if you guys ever get this, but I was getting like anxiety, like, please don't fucking pick me for your weird shit.
I'm not into that weird clown shit. Just stop.
I'm usually not against being picked for audience participation, but in this particular case, I was like, I just don't want to have to get up there and whatever you awkward question you ask me.
Yeah, I thought this was going to be dueling pianos from the title you told me, which I'm like, yeah, I've been to
that's
piano
what I
bars.
kinda
Piano
thought,
bars are a ton of fun.
Piano fight. Yeah, 2 pianos.
Yeah, like, why-
2 pianists
Yeah,
going at it.
like weird.
Cock v cock. Sorry.
The chicken, not
The pianist. Yeah.
not the not the variety that was at Club Inferno.
Oh God.
Jocelyn,
It was super fun, but it was super weird.
Jocelyn, what about you?
I don't know. I'm feeling like I have absolutely no stories, or maybe I just don't remember my stories.
Actually, it's probably right up there
Just
with
don't
it.
want to tell us the weird shit you've done.
Right up there with it was the people who had us sign their iPads at Nerdtacular.
Oh
was
yeah,
just
that was pretty weird.
Looking at them like, you're gonna want to gazelle this next year, and you will have realized what a mistake you made, sir. Like, this is now worth
I'm trying
so
to,
much
I mean,
less.
like in university, I lived with like 8 other girls. It was pretty much like a sorority house. Like, I've got to have weird stories, but I just like nothing's popping into my head right now. It's terrible. It's terrible.
She's not gonna spill the beans, you guys.
No, I swear I must have beans to spill.
Huh.
Come back to me. Come back to me.
All right.
I got nothing. I'm trying to think if there's anything weird from art school, but not really.
You guys are so boring.
I'm not
Get out
boring.
there and talk to homeless people and do like something.
Well, there's definitely like some weird things, but there are. Let's face it, there are definitely things that have happened in the last decade that I don't feel comfortable airing.
See, you live
public.
in Florida, man. I feel like weird shit should be constantly happening to you. Just this morning for me, I was walking to my car and some guy started screaming at me about some secret army that I didn't know about. And this was at 8:30 in the morning, and he was clearly on drugs and had been up all night.
See, this is the thing. Florida gets so much shit. You motherfuckers in California are the weirdest people on planet fucking Earth.
San Francisco is insane. Like if you people, I always feel bad for like tourists. I see them, they've got their shorts on and it's like 50 degrees and they're like, oh, they're so cold. And they're walking around, they don't know where the hell they're going. They're like, oh, we should go to Market Street. That sounds fun. Market Street is the dirtiest, grossest street in our entire city, and that's where everybody
but it
goes.
sounds so great.
It's called
It's
Market
terrible.
Street.
Gonna go to the market.
I hate Market Street. It's awful.
When you
but
hear
it's
the word
like
market
downtown.
and you're in the location in the U.S. known as California, you immediately think, oh, hippies and their organically grown vegetables.
Yeah. But that's not what happens. There's just a guy on the corner
not what Market-
screaming at nobody, and no one's even paying attention to him. Like it's normal that there's just a dude going crazy.
Well, that was like when I moved to Los Angeles. I had in my head that like Venice was a delightful place to go visit, and then I was working a commercial on one night, and we had like police officers like watching the set. And I'm talking to this one police officer. I'm like, oh, what do you usually do when you're not like watching a commercial shoot? He's like, oh, I usually work, the Venice Beach area. I'm like, oh, how's that? He's like, don't go there. It's just like,
Yeah, Venice Beach is crazy too. Yeah.
if the sun starts to go down, you will get stabbed. Like, just stay
They
away.
have the guys working out during the day, but at night that's like not.
Yeah, like
what's
this,
going
like
on.
in my head,
Really?
I had all this pop culture, like, oh yeah, Venice is where everyone goes to hang out in California, and like, no, apparently it's super unsafe.
Well, yeah, San Francisco's weird though, because like LA, you kind of know where to like avoid. So it's like don't go to like South Central,
Right.
Because there's boys in the hood over there.
You say right, as if you know. I'm just like, oh my
Yeah,
god.
we all know you
I
don't
would go
to
all the
South
places.
Central. You don't go to South Central. You don't go to East LA. Like
What?
you don't go
Why
to.
not?
You
Oh,
don't
I
go there because
I don't know these things. I would be
Look,
so terrible
you
traveling on
could
my
go
own.
there. You could go there if you want. I'm just saying, But in San Francisco, it's like you literally
never
go
see me
one
again,
block. You go one block, and it's like all of a sudden you're in the super ghetto, and you weren't just a block ago. It's weird. It's super weird. Although now, the gentrification thing is super real. There's places that you didn't used to go. Like when I was growing up, you did not go to Dolores Park. You just didn't go there because it was like I almost got shot there because I had
Angry Chicken is a production
some
of
red
yeah.
in my shirt, right? When I was
Oh.
a teenager. That was the place where you'd go to buy like brown, really terrible brown weed, and the guy wouldn't even give you a baggie. He would just give you a handful of weed. And then you'd be like,
Here you
"Cool,
go,
man,
carry
thanks."
this home.
And now if you go to Dolores Park, they call it Gay Beach because now it's like literally where a bunch of dudes go to mingle and then a bunch of hipsters go to like drink tall cans of PBR. That's what it is now. It
Well, I mean,
was
that
not
shit happens
before.
everywhere. The same shit happened in Lower East Side of freaking New York. I mean,
Yeah, New York's been
the
gentrified.
CBGB's a fucking bank now. I mean, like,
Dude, yeah.
it happens everywhere.
Well, now it's like a Vegas club or something. They moved all the shit over to Vegas.
I thought they just like tried to copy it. They actually moved the stuff.
They moved some shit. Yeah, they took like
I guess
the original
that's-
toilet or something.
All
and
right,
they
I
put
guess
it in
that's
there.
slightly better. In my head, it was like Disney's version of CBGB's, and I was like, that's a sin and a half. Like, but yeah, I mean that just happens everywhere. To complain about that's just like
Well, yeah.
That's like
there was that whole
complaining-
thing. Did you guys skip the thing about the gentrification where it was the tech guys kicked the young Latin kids off of the soccer field because they had a permit? Have you guys seen that video?
No,
It was a
I
Oh,
guy-
is that like the ultimate frisbee thing?
No, they were playing soccer. It was a soccer
Oh,
field.
soccer,
And
oh.
it was Dropbox guys. The guy was wearing his like Dropbox shirt, like a T-shirt, and he worked at Dropbox. I'm like, there's a whole thing here
I
where
think
it's
I
like all
did
these,
see that. Yeah,
all
that was
these
like
tech people have come in and displaced all of the locals, right? And the rent's gone up, and they can't afford to live there anymore and stuff like that. But it became it went viral. This video of these guys like waving their piece of paper because they paid like $30 or something to the Parks and Rec department. They're like, we now get to play soccer on your field, but that field has always been where pickup games happen, and like you have to win to keep the field and all this kind of stuff. And yeah, people are pissed, but it just happens everywhere. I don't know what you really do to prevent it. Like you just say, no, rich people, you cannot spend your money on stuff. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Just
It does suck though. It
No,
does suck. San Francisco now is not what I grew up in. Like, I grew up in this cool artsy town, and now it's like,
right.
nope, douchebag central with tons of tech dudes with way too much money.
Yeah, there is something to say. I mean, like you should definitely, like to some extent, try and keep what's special about wherever it is you live. At the same time, it's like it's not like that stuff disappears; it just moves.
Yeah,
and there's not a whole lot you can do about it because at some point somebody with money is going to start throwing the weight around, and then the affordable living, which also usually brings with it, the art scene and kind of budding culture, just moves elsewhere.
Yeah. There's a lot of people though too who think that they're super artsy, but really they're just like rich kids who are
there's a lot of that,
and they're trying to they're like spending their parents' money to live a bohemian lifestyle and shit.
There was so much of that where I lived in LA.
Yeah. Where is the TAC Heroes team? Well, I don't think there should be a TAC Heroes team, but maybe an ITN Heroes team.
Yeah.
There is one, and it has a revolving door of silly personalities. Dills, D-Day, Jocelyn when she's feeling Lily like.
Hey, I played Sagara on stream on Thursday.
Ah, the greatest hero in the game.
Rocked it. I am never playing anyone else ever again.
Well, you will if you play with me because I call Sagara.
Never.
I really enjoyed my
you.
time playing Asmodan. I really enjoyed Asmodan.
Oh, I think I watched you play the other night.
Asmodan's top tier right now. He's really good.
You can just push like crazy. The problem is in team fights, unless you go like a team fighty type build, you kind of suck. But once you get to the point where you can do your channeled thing and move, it's like holy shit, you just murder people with that thing.
That channel thing's just stupid. It does
it's
so
crazy,
much
yeah.
damage.
And if you have a team with some healing and some shielding and stuff, you can just stay alive and chase people down, and they're like constantly taking damage. I'm still I still like Nova, but I feel like Nova's kind of weak right now, so I haven't been playing her much.
Yeah, she's not super great at the moment. She just doesn't. She can't.
You need a team that works well with her, you know?
Right. Like she's a roamer. You need to just constantly be running around looking for things to pick off. But it's like she just doesn't contribute to team fights all that much. She just either kills one person, or if she doesn't kill that one person,
well, she can finish people off who are low. But to really play her effectively, you need to like go in and out of stealth, right? Mm-hmm. Which means you're not constantly pumping out damage like a lot of other heroes are doing. You know?
Right.
You're doing it.
Yeah, I played her the other night and I noticed that. And who else did I play? I played Sagara. I played Nova. Definitely didn't play Lily. I was staying away from characters I knew. Who was the other person? I was terrible. Anyways, doesn't matter.
Have you tried the Vikings, Garrett?
I have not.
I imagine Kyle like rocks the Vikings, right?
He doesn't. He doesn't play them. D-Day's our Viking dude.
D-Day plays the Vikings.
He
played them pretty good too.
He's amazing at the Vikings. Holy shit!
They give you such a big advantage because you just always have an XP lead.
You never fall behind. Yeah, they're just we always have full lane coverage. Cool, awesome. Yeah. I guess we'll always be slightly ahead in XP. It's delightful.
I was playing Sergeant Hammer too, and I really enjoyed Sergeant Hammer. It just took me a while to get used to the sieging and unsieging. And then once I remembered, I kept forgetting that I can just press Z while I'm sieged and get the hell out of places. I kept trying to unsiege and then press Z. And then finally I was like, I just pressed it and I was like, oh wait, I can just press it while I'm sieged and I'm just gone? Like, mind blown. Totally different game now. But I think she's super powerful. She's good at it.
She is. If you get, especially a good hammer is probably the thing I hate seeing the most right now.
Oh, cool.
Because can't friggin' kill her if she's good, you know? Like she just constantly is getting at that jet whatever thing is just so good to get out of things.
Yep.
So you're fine to siege up as long as that's not on cooldown. And when you siege up, you just do insane amounts of damage.
Yep. And then once you get to the end game and you have like graduating range, like it's just insane.
Yeah. Yeah.
And this new map that we're gonna be getting soon, Tomb of the Spider Queen, thing is so small that I can't wait to see what Hammer can do on this map with max range. Because I'm pretty sure Hammer will be able to hit the top and bottom lane without moving.
Oh my god. That's crazy.
Is it really that small?
They showed at PAX. They were like showing some gameplay, and you could see like 2 lanes from like the player's perspective at all times. Like it was ridiculously close. It looks like it's going to be a really aggressive map. I'm looking forward to it.
Valkyrion says he's super excited for Sylvanas. You don't understand.
No, Valk, you don't understand how excited I am for Sylvanas.
I'm excited as hell for Sylvanas too. It's gonna be so
that is $10. I know.
It's gonna be like who gets to pick Sylvanas first for a while, right? Like people are just gonna want to play her.
Oh, she's such a fan favorite. I know that's just $10. I know I no longer have possession of. It's just done. Out the door.
This is making me want to play Heroes real bad right now. By the way,
yeah, it's a fun game.
The game is great.
I'm still so bad.
It's fine. Just run away more than you think you should. You know, like just
I get that
in and out, in and out, in and out. Like don't.
I get
don't
that
ever
whole
just run at
mentality.
people.
It's not so much that. For me, it's picking the talents because I have no freaking clue.
Heroesfire.com.
Well, I know, but I want to learn.
And that's how you learn.
That's how you learn. What is this obsession with like I must bang my head against the wall?
That's what I did in
figure it out on my own?
Smite. Is I kept playing all random, all middle, and I just learned every single god, and I learned all about the items and everything else, and it was a really long process, but now I know it. I am good.
You can do that. You can still know it by trying what other people have come up with that they know works, and then trying that out and seeing why it works, and then going, okay, well, maybe I'll try this. Like, that's...
I guess.
You don't have to, like... just make it up as you go forever and then finally figure it out.
I always find like it's so much pressure. It's like, choose a talent. And I'm like, but I'm in the middle of a fight. I don't want to choose a talent right now. And then I look and there's like 6 options and I'm like, I don't know, that one.
But that's the thing though. You have like I was playing and I just had the game up on one screen and the build I should use on the other screen. And then when the thing came up, I just looked to my right real quick and I was like, okay, that one. And then I just picked it. And I was like still in the fight, and then at the end I was like, yeah, that worked really well, or I didn't really like that one. Let me try some different shit. And then, or you can make your build before you start the game. It's like pick whatever you think would work best. You don't have to copy everybody else's build, but just have it up next to you so you have a reference. You know what I mean? I'm just saying. You try to go for Legend in February. You don't ever want to like look at other people's builds. You're making things harder on yourself, Jocelyn. You don't
I know. I just try so hard.
Or you could just play Mad About Bombs deck and just have a blast. That's also okay.
Get it? Bombs blast?
Pretty good. Pretty good.
I'll see what you did there.